to Yeti on the Move. Have you ever wondered what it takes to get an apartment in Israel? Well, we're going to talk about that this episode. While I talk about how I got an apartment, what websites to go to, what places you can get furniture from, and how to pay utilities. All this and more on this episode. Stay tuned. Here we go. So we're going to get into it by looking at a website called como.co.il. This website is available to you in the United States or in Israel, and it can be translated into English. Just make sure you're using Google Chrome to ensure that it does translate for you. You should see an option in the upper right hand corner once you click on it so you can see it in English or whatever language you speak. This is one of the websites I looked for apartments, me and my roommate, while I was in Israel. And as you can see, you see an apartment for rent link. You just have to click on that. And there you see apartments that are displayed all over Israel. Now, mind you that the NIS is for shekels, so you have to do a conversion to see kind of what the amount is in US dollars or whatever your currency is for your country. Also take note, it gives a brief description on how many rooms and also the cubic meters, not square footage for us US people. So there's another website I'd like to talk to you about. It's called Yad Shtaim. Shtaim is the word for two in Hebrew, hence YAD number 2 for the website name. This website can be translated in English as well, just like the Como website. So go in, click on the link, and once you get to the website, you'll see in the upper right hand corner, it will appear the ability to translate to English or whatever language you wish. Go into real estate and you'll see apartments for rent. And ta-da! You will be able to see and search and dig down into apartments in whatever area in Israel you would like to look at. I particularly, of course, is looking in Afula, but you can also span as to what price range you're in. Of course, I had a roommate, so I was able to afford a little bit more. And it tells you the cubic meters, just like the previous website, the number of rooms, the floor level, which is very important for those who don't want to go up a lot of flights of steps after a hard day's work, or if it has an elevator. It may also indicate to you what the other taxes are you have to pay. And we'll talk about those taxes later on as well too. But this is a decent website to look for not just apartments, but also other items you might be interested in. So here are some of the other picks I had for apartments as I was looking for somewhere to live. Notice the amount varies, but also the amount of other information pertaining to taxes and location. I must say that the final place I decided to be at, or at least my roommate and I decided to be at, as you can see with this last clip, was a penthouse at the top of a building, and it was sweet. So this is the penthouse. Live in Levito Loco in Afula. We're at the top of a brand new building. No, we don't have furniture. We'll talk about how we got it later on. This came with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. This is one of the private bathrooms. And an extra room, a 3rd room, that is kind of somewhat considered a bomb shelter, which is not uncommon in the Middle East to have something that's called a bomb shelter. So furnishing this type of place did take some time, and we began with blow-up mattresses, but we worked our way up to bigger and better things. For those of you interested in how I got furniture, Yad Shtaim, the website we mentioned earlier, is a great source. Also, for those who are Facebook savvy, Facebook Marketplace is a source as well. Now, for those who have baller status, there's a IKEA in Haifa, 1 hour away from the Afula apartment that we talked about. Also, make note that you need transportation to get your stuff back. this is the city of Afula from above. You can see some very nice apartments. We lived in a brand new apartment, and also the park across the street from us had a lot of festivals in the summertime. So let's talk about what we learned so far. We've learned how to get an apartment in Israel, specifically a Afula area, using these websites, and possibly if you are a Facebook savvy person, Facebook. Also, furnishings can come from IKEA, Yad Stein, and Facebook as well. So let's talk about other expenses. You have Arona tax and you have a VAT tax that you have to pay if you have an apartment. The VAT tax pretty much is standard because you're a tourist and you're not a citizen of Israel. Utilities can be pretty expensive. As you can see, I outlined here, your most expensive bill is going to be your electricity. Also, internet is pretty reasonable, no more than 30 bucks, but you're only going to get 100 megabytes per second. Thanks for watching. If you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to stay tuned for more content we're putting out about the travels of the Yeti. Thank you very much.